What's up, RedTop Gang? RTG that you highlighting. Hey, Lupe, Fiasco, this journey continues. Next song I'm told on that list is The Cool. The Cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, okay. Yeah. The Cool. Turn me up. Yeah. He came back in the same suit that he was buried in, similar to the one his grandfather was married in. Yes, he was still fresh to death, blang 2 earrings, a chain laying on his chest. He still had it cause they couldn't find it, and the bullets from his enemies sat like 2 inches behind it. Smelled the Hennessy from when his niggas got reminded, and poured out liquor in his memory. He didn't mind it, but he couldn't sip it fast enough.
Poured out liquor in his memory. Okay, when they say pour out liquors for the home, okay, so whoa,
the bullets from his
there's a death, okay. Came back in the same suit that he was buried in, similar to the one his grandfather was married in. Okay,
the one his grandfather was married in. Yes, he was still fresh to death, blang 2 earrings, a chain laying on his chest. He still had it cause they couldn't find it, and the bullets from his enemies sat like 2 inches behind it. Smelled the Hennessy, couldn't find it.
Still had it, couldn't find it. Oh, okay. The earrings and chain. He still had it because they couldn't find it. They was trying to
blang 2 earrings, a chain laying on his chest. He still had it because they couldn't find it, and the bullets from his enemies sat like 2 inches behind it. Smelled the Hennessy from when his niggas got.
The bullet set 2 inches behind, like behind the chest. Ooh, he was on his chest. The bullets went in 2 inches deep into his. Wow, okay, the imagery now. Okay, I'm here, let's go.
And the bullets from his enemies sat like 2 inches behind it. Smelled the Hennessy from when his niggas got reminded, and poured out liquor in his memory. He didn't mind it, but he couldn't sip it fast enough, so the liquor was just filling the casket up. Floating down by his feet was the letter from his sister. 2nd grade handwriting simply read, I miss ya. Suit jacket pocket held his baby daughter's picture. Right next to it, one of his men stuck a swisher. He had a notion as he laid there soaking. He saw that the latch was broken. He kicked his casket open and he knew this life goes past.
Whoa. So they fill the casket with little memories and trinkets.
Okay. Picture right next to it, one of his men stuck a swisher. He had a notion as he laid there soaking. He saw that the latch was broken. He kicked his casket open and he knew this life goes past and you by. It might go fast if you lie. You born, you live, then you die. Oh, if life goes past and you die, don't cry. If you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues. Chasing the cool. Not at all nervous as he dug to the surface.
Wait. Oh, see, I know. Y'all tell me it's all tied in together, so I'm really looking for it, and that's why you see me stopping like that. If you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues, it's chasing the cool. So you chasing something, okay?
Chasing the cool. Not at all nervous as he dug to the surface. Tarnished gold chain is what he loosened up the earth with. He used his mouth as a shovel to try and hollow it, and when he couldn't dirt spit, he swallowed it, working like a. Mouth as a shovel to try and hollow it, and when he couldn't dirt spit, he swallowed it, working like a reverse archaeologist. Except his buried treasure was sunshine, so when some shine through a hole that he had drove, it reflected.
Buried treasure was the way he run. The buried treasure was sunshine. So when some shine, it's just
his buried treasure was sunshine. So when some shine through a hole that he had drove, it reflected off the gold and almost made some blind. He grabbed onto some grass and climbed, pulled himself up out of his own grave, and looked at the time on the watch that had stopped 6 months after the shots that had got him in the box, wringing Henny out his socks. Figured it was hours because he wasn't older. Used some flowers to brush the.
What? Oh man, it's too much. It's way too much, y'all. Because when he said he was laying in the casket and the Henny was in there, and they said basically he got soaked. So with soaked socks, when he gets up out, he wrings Henny out the soaked. Okay, he's tying it together like that. Like, well, he's not. There's basically no throwaway lines and no throwaway bars at this point. everything has a purpose.
On the watch that had stopped 6 months after the shots that had got him in the box, ringing Henny out his socks. Figured it was hours because he wasn't older. Used some flowers to brush the dirt up off his shoulders. So with a right hand that was all bones and no reason to stay, he decided to walk home. So this life goes passing you by. It might go fast if you lie. You born, you live, then you die.
Born, live, die.
If life goes passing you by, don't cry. If you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues, chasing the cool. He begged for some change to get him on the train. Damn, the nigga stank is what they complain. Tried to light the blunt, but it burst into flames. Caught the reflection in the window of what he became. A long look. Wasn't shook, wasn't ashamed. Matter of fact, only thing on his brain was brains. Yeah, and getting back in his lane, doing his thing. First he had to find something to slang. Next stop was his block. It had the same cops. Walked right past the same spot where he was shot. Shocked that some low niggas tried to sell him rocks. It just felt weird being on the opposite. They figured that he wasn't from there, so they pulled out and robbed him with the same gun they shot him with. Put it to his head and said, "You scared, ain't you?" He said, "Hustler for death, no heaven for a gangster." This life goes passing you by. It might go fast if you.
Basically, he came back and then he went to the same areas where he lost his life, and he basically got done up again by the same gun he got that killed him. So now they're trying to sell a rock because now he has the look of dirt, basically death, basically, and he's a crackhead. Now they're trying to sell the rocks and that they don't sell you. But what could they rob him for? Like everything looked bad on the turns, but that just showed they want to take everything from everything. It don't matter what it is, they want everything. The game wants everything.
Niggas tried to sell him rocks, it just felt weird. Being on the opposite, they figured that he wasn't from there, so they pulled out and robbed him with the same gun they shot him with.
That's
Put
crazy.
it to his head and said, "You scared, ain't you?" He said, "Hustler for death, no heaven for a gangster." This life goes passing you by.
A hustle for death. Wow. That's what hustling gets you, death or in jail, but in jail is like death as well.
If life goes passing you by, don't cry. If you're breaking the rules, making your moves, paying your dues, chasing the cool.
It's crazy that I'm hearing some of these, and I'm a big Lupe fan, and I'm hearing some of these, and I don't remember hearing them. This is crazy. Like I don't remember ever hearing that song. And I think what's that is knowing that there's supposed to be a connection between these. I think I may be, what do you say, trying too hard to make connections, basically. But I'm listening. I'm seeing what I get from it. I don't know if it's supposed to subtly tie in, and then maybe when I look back and be like, "Oh, okay, now it makes sense." But what you got here is you had a dude that was basically he was in the streets, cool dude in the streets, and when you in the streets, people want to come take from you, and he ended up losing his life, and in losing his life, he visits the Reaper. And he basically kicks back out. Now I don't know if that was a metaphor for kicking out, getting back into life, or he was looking at it from a different perspective. But then he goes back to you go back to the same thing. You get the same treatment. The streets don't change. Basically, it don't matter how you come to the streets. It don't change. That's the game itself. The streets are the streets, and the game and the streets don't change. So even though you come back, you look a certain way, people will still take from you. Up or down, they will take from you. They will kill you. That's what I get out of it. Y'all thumbs up, hit the subscribe. You got to run the views up on this if you want me to drop the next one, which I believe is the coolest. So if y'all want that, do that for me. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what I might be missing in here as well. Peace.